The governor wants lawmakers to focus on negotiating a budget. Last week, the GOP passed their budget, and it was negotiated by them alone. And it was really bad. Here's what was in it. The budget totaled $17.9 billion. It slashed funding for all state agencies by 5%. The Department of Public Safety, the Department of Corrections, and the Department of Child Safety would not be affected. It eliminated tax credits for solar. It allows tax exemptions for data centers to remain. And it increases healthcare premiums for state employees. All Democrats were opposed to the GOP budget, and many of them mentioned concerns about cuts to healthcare and education. It was also brought up that this budget benefits data centers, corporations, billionaires, at the expense of working Arizona families. But the budget was then vetoed by the governor as soon as it got to her desk. She mentioned that she didn't like the copycat tax cuts that federal bills are implementing, and she reasonably referred to them as dysfunctional Washington policies. Budget talks will now continue on, and the legislature must pass a budget by June 30th or the state government will shut down. We only have one bill to update you on this week. House Bill 2873, aka a voter silencing bill that we've been following, has not made any movement since it's passed out of the state Senate. This bill authorizes an organization or a person who files a referendum to withdraw their petitions after the petitions were already submitted. Imagine signing a petition to vote on a subject that gets pulled without your knowledge. This is a bait and switch on democracy and creates a mechanism that deep-pocket corporate lobbyists can use to undermine people's ability to say no to the government. HB 2873's goal was to stop people from Marana from voting on a proposed data center. On May 1st, the Pima County Superior Court sided with the town of Marana and found that the legal descriptions on the data center petitions weren't specific enough and tossed them out so that the data center vote that the people wanted wouldn't even happen. This now leaves HB 2873 as an irrelevant bill unless the case gets appealed. On May 1st, the Arizona House of Representatives adjourned until 1:30 p.m. on June 1st. The Senate voted to adjourn until May 11th for a short agenda, and then they'll adjourn again until June 1st. This means there won't be any movement on any bills or the budgets, and the Capitol will be pretty quiet. Before they can return, they must give everyone 72 hours notice, including members of the legislature and the public. An interesting fact to consider is that the longer a session continues, the longer it takes for bills to become laws. Bills become laws 90 days after the session adjourns, sine die. Another fact about incumbent legislators is that they cannot take campaign money from lobbyists while the session is going on. These small things could have an effect on the July 21st primary, particularly for the incumbents who need more time to fundraise and campaign. So while it may be quiet, it's definitely not dull on this Arizona legislative update.